Thank you so much for coming to the 22nd annual, no, it's October 22nd. What annual DAB meeting is this? 27th Annual Disability Advisory Board meeting. I now call the meeting to order. You all are wonderful people. I thank you for being here. It's a sign that you care, that you have a heart, that you're interested in the well-being of people living with disabilities. And I'm so grateful you're here to share our awards night with us. Thank you. On my list, but someone has to check my reading abilities because I have to see, I have to read this kind of stuff. I have a clue. But how nice of staff to do this for me, huh? Give me cue card size agenda notes. Anyway, we've called the meeting to order. I've said good evening. We'd like to call the meeting to order. Keep going. And our theme is, tonight, who knows but me? Our theme tonight, well, really, it's all about giving the awards tonight. The vice chair is going to read the land acknowledgement.
The City of West Hollywood Disabilities Advisory Board acknowledges that the land on which we gather and that is currently known as the City of West Hollywood is the occupied, unceded, seized territory of the Gabrielino Tongva and the Gabrielino Quiche peoples.
Thank you, Vice Chair. Acknowledge next.
Roll call.
Roll call. Just chide me anytime. Yell it out. Roll call, please.
Board Member Duray.
Here.
Board Member Green.
Present.
Board Member Simonko.
Here.
Board Member Smith is absent this evening. Board Member Watts.
Here.
Vice Chair Leatham.
Here.
Chair Nash.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you.
And we're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Call to order. Now we have the Pledge of Allegiance, and I'm very happy that an award winner is here to lead us tonight. Please come down, Larry Block, and lead the Pledge of Allegiance.
Where is it? Here's the flag.
Oh, what happened?
Where's the flag? Where's the flag? Where's the flag?
Oh, no.
Maybe we can have a flag carrier.
For goodness, with all my heart, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. That's.
We have some special guests here tonight.
Approval of agenda, Chair, first.
Pardon me?
Approval of agenda.
Do we have approval of the agenda?
Move to approve.
Second.
Approval of
Board
the
Member
minutes?
Duray.
Aye.
Board Member Green.
Aye.
Board Member Simonko.
Aye.
Board Member Watts.
Aye.
Vice Chair Leatham.
Aye.
Chair Nash.
Aye.
The agenda is approved.
Now we have approval of the minutes.
Move to approve.
Second.
We have a roll call now.
Board Member Duray.
Aye.
Board Member Green.
Aye.
Board Member Simonko.
Aye.
Board Member Watts.
Aye.
Vice Chair Leatham.
Aye.
Chair Nash.
Aye.
The minutes are approved.
Thank you so much. Our theme tonight, is that what we're at now? Anyway, we have some special guests here tonight. I've already seen Danny Hang, council member, who was formerly on this board. I thank you so much for coming. And I understand our mayor, Chelsea Byers, is here. I haven't seen you yet, but I know you're here. Thank you so much. I wish you were doing the reading for me because, as I've told you before, you are the best, fastest, articulate reader I've ever seen on this stage. But thank you so much for coming. And Vice Chair Leatham will take over for me at this point.
Well, the chair has already announced a very special guest, so I will just welcome Mayor Byers back to the podium to read our opening remarks.
Okay. Well, good evening, everyone. I'm joined by Councilmember Danny Hang, and we welcome you to the City of West Hollywood's 27th Annual Disability Service Awards. Tonight is certainly a very special night. It is an honor to be here as we celebrate Disabilities Awareness Month and recognize the strength, resilience, and invaluable contributions of people with disabilities in our community. This evening marks the 27th year that our city has proudly hosted these awards, a tradition that reflects West Hollywood's enduring commitment to access, inclusion, and equity for all. Here in West Hollywood, we're proud to uplift and celebrate the voices, talents, and experiences of people with disabilities, and to continue building a community where everyone can thrive. Throughout October, we've observed Disabilities Awareness Month by continuing to invest in programs that promote accessibility, independence, and well-being. As part of this celebration, 20 street pole banners line Santa Monica Boulevard, honoring past recipients of the city's Disability Service Awards. And I recognize one is here tonight. Congratulations, Mikey Friedman. A visible reminder of our community's ongoing commitment to inclusion. We also partnered with Cedars-Sinai for the 12th Annual Disabilities Health and Wellness Fair at Plummer Park, providing vital health resources and meaningful connections for our community members. These efforts, from awareness to action, embody what West Hollywood stands for, a city that values inclusion, accessibility, and dignity for all. I do want to take a moment to thank our Disabilities Advisory Board for their leadership and advocacy, and of course for our city staff and community partners who work tirelessly to ensure that every person, regardless of ability, can participate fully in the life of our community. So thank you all for joining tonight and this evening, whether you're here in council chambers or watching from home on WehoTV. Together, we celebrate a city that continues to lead with compassion, equity, and pride. Once again, welcome, and thank you all for being a part of this very important celebration.
Thank you, Mayor Byers. Thank you so much. And next.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 27th Annual Disability Service Award. For me, this is special to be back because, as the chair said, I served on this board with many of these amazing individuals. So I want to thank all the board members for all of your work this entire year. Thank all the community members for showing up, and thank and congratulate all of the honorees that are here tonight. And I'm here to deliver a special message from Councilmember Meister. She's not able to be here tonight. She has apologized. She's sorry for not being able to be here tonight. She's being treated for a tear in her retina that she's experiencing firsthand. And she now understands what it's like to have impaired vision and why it's so important to have work that the DAB does to carry out and to advocate for members of our disabled community. And thank you, everybody. And we wish Councilmember Meister speedy recovery.
And next we have public comment. I'm so grateful for whoever's here to make a public comment. Due to the Brown Act, we can't take any action on your comments tonight, but we're grateful that you're here. And I'm going to turn it over to Vice Chair Leatham to call up the people that we have to make comments.
Yeah, so as a reminder, public comment will be 2 minutes per person. Our first commenter is Cortez Jordan.
Cortez is not here tonight, but he has a representative here to speak for him, and I believe he may be tuned in on the phone. But please step up and tell us more about the Aquatic Center. Thank you.
Hello, Disability Advisory Board, Chair, Vice Chair, and members. My name is Ashley Bernian, and I'm a senior lifeguard at the West Hollywood Aquatic Center. The West Hollywood Aquatic Center is a great resource for those with disabilities of any kind. Depending on what your needs are, the water is healing and can help. On a practical level, our facility and pool offer ADA-compliant needs for individuals, ranging from elevators on all public levels and chairlifts that we can offer to help with pool entry. We have 2 pools, and one of them is at a graduated depth. The other is 7 feet deep. For our swim lessons, which we offer at ages 4 and up, we can work on everything from readiness as an adult to stroke refinement. If notified, we can always inform instructors of special accommodations as needed that would help during a lesson. For residents, we have a disabled splash pass, which is free and only requires 1 email sent for verification to our aquatic supervisor, Cortez Jordan, at cjordan@weho.org. For our non-residents, we have a splash pass that is now 10 swims for $10. We're here to make our programs and pool accessible and look forward to current and new participants. For those looking to use the benefits of the water as a place for rehabilitation, mentally or physically, we have partnerships with 2 local businesses, Pilates Therapy, a physical therapy studio that works with you towards your goals, and Aquagong Wellness, a sound bath experience with a local West Hollywood sound practitioner to help calm us in a busy world personally and professionally. At the end of the day, the West Hollywood Aquatic Center stands by and represents what our core values as a city are, ensuring that we are a place for diverse individuals of all ages and abilities, and to enhance our constituents' well-beings through our services, policies, and programming. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to reach out to us at wehoaquatics@weho.org. Thank you for your time today, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Our next speaker is Zane Swift.
Good evening, board. I am connected through West Hollywood, through the West Hollywood Connect program and Jewish Family Services. When I first moved to LA, when I was looking to branch out in the community, I actually got connected to Chair Nash, and we've been connected for 2 years now. We see each other every 2 weeks for 2 hours, and sometimes more than that, just to help each other out. And I just, whenever I can, I like to come and just express my gratitude for the program, because it totally changed my life, and Chair Nash is amazing, and I just hope it's something that the city continues to support. So thank you.
Our next speaker is Gilbert Bazan.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Hi, my name is Gilbert Bazan. I'm an independent living specialist. I work for DCRC, which most people might already know about, which is the Disability Community Resource Center. You may know that most of our staff also are living with disabilities, so my anxiety is at its top level right now. And just to let you know that our programs, our new funding for our fiscal years has started, and so we get to spend money to help residents in the city of West Hollywood. So we do home modifications, we have emergency funding for past bills that the members are trying to fulfill. We have an advocacy program that deals with legal issues someone might have. Assistive technology is everything from a Chrome laptop, tablet, or a wheelchair. We have community programs, and our headquarters are pretty west of here. So if somebody wants to trek to the west side, you can. We do employment support. We work with, in connection with the Department of Rehabilitation. If somebody wants a part-time job, we work with a little bit with housing. We are a resource center, so we resource out. We don't have a full-fledged housing department, but that's why we're the resource center. Of course, we teach independent living skills, and we do peer counseling, and also transition people out of the hospital back into their home. And please give us a call so we can spend our funds. And that's it.
Thank you.
Next, we have Michael Brody.
Hello, everybody. everybody. I came down here because I was with the understanding that there was going to be some kind of honorable mention for Adrian Omansky, who started the Stop Senior Scams Acting program a couple decades ago. And I was with the group, I've been with the group for about 10 years. And when I started with the group, there was almost no mention anywhere from the financial organizations or the government about scams, about people getting ripped off. And just recently, I noticed that just recently, in the last couple of years, all of the organizations that used to ignore it are now regularly in large print warning everybody. And so I'd just like to say thank you to her. Unfortunately, she passed away. She was a sweet person. Thank you.
Okay, next we have David Eichmann.
I'm going to turn so I can talk to you as well as the audience. Good evening, Mr. Chair, Mr. Vice Chair, board members, David Eichmann. I am the chair of the city's Transportation and Mobility Commission. And I'm here, first of all, to congratulate you on another year of service awards. And thank you for your service. Many of you for many years, if not decades, so thank you. Transportation shares a lot of common issues with you, as you know, especially regarding safety and pedestrian crosswalks. I know there are issues with bicycles on sidewalks, there are issues with scooters on sidewalks, issues with personal delivery devices on sidewalks. So as kind of the eyes and the ears of people out there experiencing them, please do not ever be afraid to report them. You can call me, you can call staff. We obviously want to make walking in the city as safe as possible. So if you see a crosswalk where the countdown, for example, is not long enough, or there's overgrown foliage, so the sight lines for the pedestrian crosswalk, and that needs to be trimmed. Those are things that we can help to do to make the whole walking experience in the city safer. Thank you.
Okay, next we have Genevieve Morn.
Thank you, and good evening, Mr. Chair, Vice Chair, members of the board, and Mayor Byers, Councilmember Hang, members of the public. I could spend 2 minutes just acknowledging everyone in the room. I'm here, I've come to a few of these celebrations. Yola is always making sure that I attend, and we've nominated some businesses once in a while. I'm Genevieve Morrill, I'm president of the, what do I do? President and CEO of the West Hollywood Chamber of Commerce. And, you know, and we're here to support you and everything you do. And if you see any problems with businesses that are not having, that have accessibility issues or anything you want, I was talking to Mikey earlier about the vendors. I want to thank Councilmember Hang for bringing forward the illegal vendors that we're having trouble with. And we mentioned last night, or Monday night, about the ADA issues on the sidewalks of people being able to get by. And I was talking to Larry Block earlier, who's a nominee tonight, about really how people with disabilities get taken advantage of. And you know, that's not right. And we want to make sure that, you know, anything that you see, just like David talked about for mobility issues, if you have things with the businesses, please let me know. But I also want to just congratulate past recipients. I know some of them are up on the stage. Mikey, Larry Block, all of you, and I didn't know the woman that passed away, but sounds like she did amazing work, so I'm glad you're honoring her. So thank you and congratulations to everyone, and let's celebrate all your fantastic service, so thank you.
Okay, next we have Stephanie Harker.
Good evening, Stephanie Harker, City of West Hollywood. Good evening to the chair and the board members and to members of the public. Many things in life can make us disabled. Genetics, disease, accidents, or just bad luck of the draw. But it is infuriating if the cause could have been avoided. Scooters and delivery robots in the blink of an eye can render a human being disabled, or worse, kill you. And for what? Someone needed a sandwich or a burrito delivered? Or for the small amount of revenue it contributes to the city coffers? Just ask the young woman who was struck by a scooter on Santa Monica Boulevard and has permanent brain damage. Or Debbie Meister, who was severely injured when plowed down while in a crosswalk by a scooter rider running a red light. And no one was held responsible for what is now a lifelong painful elbow. Not even the guy's insurance company covered it. I know that this board was opposed to extending the contracts of the businesses involved, but it fell on deaf ears. Please urge your council members to reconsider removing these hazards from our streets, or maybe a public protest as was necessary on the streets of DC prior to passing of ADA, when people in wheelchairs and crutches fought for their rights outside of the halls of Congress. It's time to prevent the preventable and make safety for all a reality and not just virtue signaling with an empty slogan. Congrats to all the recipients, and thanks to all of the members of this board who represent all of us all year. Thank you.
I believe Cortez may be on Zoom to provide comments.
He's not on.
Okay, we will move on to Sherry McCoy.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sherry McCoy, and I'm here because Adrienne Omansky is being honored this evening. And I just want to say that she has made an impact on so many hundreds and thousands, really, of people's lives. In my life, I met her in 2012 after I had retired and really didn't know what I was going to do with my life. But she got me involved in the Stop Senior Scams acting program. And we began traveling all around Southern California, delivering programs to groups of seniors in libraries and senior centers and a wide variety of venues, presenting information in the form of acting, showing people the types of scams that are out there that are targeting seniors, and helping them steer clear of that. So it was just, it's been an amazing journey to be part of the Stop Senior Scams acting program, and if it weren't for Adrienne Omansky, none of it would have happened. Thank you very much.
Okay, next we have Bobby Davila.
I am Bobby DeVille, and I met Adrienne years ago through one of my customers, because I was a building contractor, and so this particular lady, I told her I was getting ready to retire, so I wanted to find something to do. So she said, I know a lady named Adrienne who's in the acting. And I said, yeah, that sounds interesting. So I went down where Adrienne's office, and we talked and we got together, and I became one of our #1 handyman actor. so we had a lot of good times. And then later on, I met Mikey, and Mikey had a missing arm also. And I said, golly, these people are missing arms. They must inherit a mallet when they get through and lose their arm. So, but all in all, then we decided we needed to have something to enhance our acting performance. So she said, why don't we have old people are getting taken advantage right and left. So I said, let's have a Stop Senior Scam acting group. I said, that sounds like a winner. So I went and took a picture of a stop sign, brought it to Adrian, and Adrian had these T-shirts made, Stop Senior Scam. And ever since then, that Stop Senior Scam been our logo. And I think we've done a whole lot for we old folks. Thank you.
Okay, next we have Kathy Blavis.
Bright lights. Good evening, Kathy Blavis, City of West Hollywood. Good evening, Chair Nash and board members. I first want to thank you all for your service. I want to also acknowledge this great success of the annual Disability Health Fair. I only spent a little bit of time there, but it was wonderful, and it's a great benefit for the community. I want to echo a lot of the same sentiments that Stephanie Harker said with regard to possible prevention for accidents with the scooters, bicycles, and the delivery robots. And I also want to point out that it's sad but true that there are many people in communities who don't really understand the difficulties of disabilities, whether a major disability, a visitable disability, or an invisible disability. And more often than not, people don't really understand the difficulties until they experience it. And this evening, when Councilmember Danny Hang mentioned Lauren Meister's sentiment about how she now realizes what it's like to not have vision in one eye. And I lost my hearing. I wear hearing aids. I lost them many years ago, and I totally understand Jean Dobrin. I totally understand banging. I can't hear. I am grateful that there is someone here, people here this evening, signing. I personally don't sign. And it's wonderful that they're here, but I think it would also be much more beneficial if somehow they were on camera so people at home could also participate. Having said that, again, congratulations to the board, to the Disability Advisory, and for all of you attending and all the recipients. Thank you.
Okay, next, we have a comment from Board Member Smith.
Board Member Smith has asked me to read her comment this evening. She says, I would like to congratulate all of the honorees of the 2025 Disability Service Awards. Also, I want to express my condolences to the family and friends of Adrian Omansky. The staff deserves a big thank you for all their work on the health fair and for arranging the award ceremonies. Lastly, thank you to all the attendees who came to recognize the recipients of Disability Service Awards. To all my fellow board members, it's an honor to serve with you on our city's behalf. Louise Smith.
Thank you, Louise.
And our last comment is from Helen Krieger.
Hello, everyone. My name is Helen Krieger, and I'm from the Transportation and Mobility Commission, but I am not speaking in that regard. Chair Eichmann already spoke much more eloquently than I could. I'm just here as a resident. I wanted to thank this board and the awardees for everything that they do every day for the people in this community. I was also at the Disability and Health Expo, and it was an incredible collection of resources in this community for people. And it made me realize how much that all of you do, the awardees and the board, awardees past and present, to help people in this community. So many times I've referred people to this board who never previously identified as disabled, and then suddenly their circumstances change and they need help, they need to know what to do, they need to know what their rights are. And I've sent them to this board and they've always come back and told me how helpful it's been. So I know that this is a special night for awards, but I just wanted to say thank you for making this city a more accessible, more inclusive, and because of that, more creative and kind place for all of us to live, work, and play. Thank you so much.
Okay, we're moving on to new business, but first I want to take one more moment. I have never heard so many people make public comments, thoughtful public comments to this board, and I encourage all of you, and I encourage you to encourage your friends. Come and let us hear from you. It's so important that we hear from our residents, and I greatly appreciate each and every one of you that came to speak tonight. Thank you so much. Now it's time to approve tonight's agenda.
Moving on to
We've done that.
new business.
Good. What is it? The city manager's here. David. Come on down, city manager. David.
Vice Chair.
Good.
Now that I'm forced to say a few words, I do want to thank this board for all the work that you do. It is very important for everyone in this community, the work that you all do. And so I do appreciate that work. So thank you all. And thank you all who are all out here tonight for these awards. And thank you to Yola, who personally invited me to come out. I'm just, so, and congratulations to all the awardees that are going to be awarded tonight as well. But thank you all, and thank you for having me.
I understand that Councilman Heilman, Mayor Pro Tem Heilman, has just walked in, and I'm always interested to hear what he has to say. Would you come down and speak to us for a minute? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, David. Thank you all for being here. I also bring greetings from Councilmember Meister. If you saw the council meeting on Monday, she had a little emergency with her eye. She got it taken care of Tuesday morning, and she's recovering well, and she'll be back fighting with us soon. You can't keep her down. So. As Rick likes to say, we're all going to have a disability at some point in our life, and she wanted us to know that she has hers right now, but hopefully it's temporary and she'll be able to recover from that. I just wanted to thank you for the work you do all year round, and also shout out and thank you to all of the honorees tonight, providing so many important programs and serving our community. So thank you so much, and good luck with the rest of the program.
Thank you for coming.
So this now concludes our public comment, and I have the honor to share some remarks on this past year. So this past year has been one of remarkable progress and purpose for our Disabilities Advisory Board, a year that reflects our theme, Wellness Without Limits. Through advocacy, collaboration, and community engagement, the board has continued its mission to promote inclusion, accessibility, and well-being for people living with disabilities here in West Hollywood. Throughout the year, the board has received presentations and updates in alignment with our 2025 work plan. These have focused on emergency preparedness and response for people with disabilities, mental health services, ADA technology services, healthcare, veteran services, legislative updates, and transportation. Each of these supports the board's continued effort to empower individuals, promote accessibility, and foster community-wide wellness without barriers. The board partnered with the city's Human Services Division for the Pride Street Fair, engaging with community resources to share wellness resources, harm reduction materials, and inclusive giveaways, reflecting the belief that wellness encompasses both physical and emotional well-being, and wellness should be accessible to all. The board also participated in the Older Adults Health Fair in May, where members connected with community members and service providers to share information about available resources, city programs, and upcoming initiatives. This outreach continues to strengthen connections within the community and ensure that the voices of people with disabilities inform the city's important work. This month, here in October, we hosted our annual Disabilities Health and Wellness event on October 9th in partnership with Cedars-Sinai. This event offered free health screenings, flu shots, and information about local resources from our partner agencies. The board's ongoing collaboration with Cedars-Sinai and the Los Angeles County Department of Public Health remains essential in assuring that the community has access to services that support overall wellness. So it has been a busy and impactful year filled with dedication, service, and progress. On behalf of the Disabilities Advisory Board, we want to thank the West Hollywood City Council for its continued support as we work together to build a community where wellness truly knows no limits. I also want to extend my gratitude to my colleagues on the board. None of this would be possible without your commitment, compassion, and hard work. And now what we've all been waiting for, the 2025 Disability Service Award presentations. So it is my pleasure to welcome Mayor Chelsea Byers and Board Member Doré to the podium to begin tonight's recognition with the Love D. Bryden Differently Abled Individual Award.
Well, good evening. It's great to be back with you all again. This, again, is a very special evening, and now we are really deeply proud to recognize our first honoree as the recipient of the 2025 Love D. Bryden Differently Abled Individual Award, and that is Stephen David Simon. Tonight, we're honoring his extraordinary advocacy, his visionary leadership, and his unwavering commitment to advancing accessibility and disability rights for more than 2 decades. For over 20 years, Stephen has worked tirelessly to uphold the spirit and integrity of the Americans with Disabilities Act, demonstrating both fierce dedication and profound compassion, even in the face of challenges and change. His work has consistently elevated access, inclusion, and opportunity across our city and beyond, ensuring that the rights and dignity of people with disabilities remain at the forefront of public service. Over to you.
Stephen's career reflects a lifelong devotion to equity, justice, and public service. As a young attorney, he fought for disability rights off the get-go, later serving HALSA, HIV, and legal support, and then he was an AIDS coordinator where he developed critical programs and policies to support the HIV/AIDS community. His leadership continued and continues today. He is, the executive director of the Los Angeles Department on Disability, where he has championed accessibility and inclusion across one of the most diverse and populated cities in the country. Stephen's commitment extends far beyond this role or title. He continues to advance equity and access as an education and outreach community member for the California Commission on Disability and Access. All these things and beyond have made Stephen one of the most delightful, extraordinary, phenomenal persons ever to be nominated and to be a winner of this award. I'd like Stephen David Simon to come forward, please, to accept his award and our appreciation.
Put this out of the way. Yeah, we get some few shots here.
Are we done?
We're done.
Here.
It's your turn if you'd like to
Okay.
say a few words. Absolutely.
Oops, that's
That's
my
yours.
note.
I thought it was-
Wow, I don't know how to follow that. It was my own introduction. Thank you, Mayor Byers. Thank you, Board Member Doré. I have to say up front that half of my brain wants me to just free associate here because that's what it likes to do. And the other half is like, you brought notes, follow them. And they're kind of battling right now, so bear with me. Of course, the congratulations to the other recipients tonight. I'm Stephen David Simon. I am a bald black man. I'm wearing glasses. I'm wearing a blue suit and a white shirt. I'm behind a podium in a really beautiful, badass city council chambers in a really beautiful park in a really wonderful city. And I have to tell you, it is really an honor to be recognized by the city of West Hollywood because the city of West Hollywood has been so much of a partner with me in my work throughout my entire career. And of course, the Disabilities Advisory Board, there are members on here that represent every aspect and job I've had over actually 30 years probably, and it's extraordinary to be in this room with these champions. It's an honor and a privilege to be able to have a career of service. And I think, as the board members know, as the elected officials here know, and probably many of you in the room, we don't have careers in service to be recognized publicly. It's really nice when it happens, but we do it because of our commitment to community. And it's that commitment to community that I'm hoping we can muster in this room, in this city, in Southern California tonight, because we need to really build on our commitment to challenging institutionalized ableism, to making our government programs, services, facilities, and activities fully accessible to people with disabilities, to making our shops, our restaurants, and social services and community services fully accessible to people with disabilities. We need to make a commitment to just noticing the barriers that people with disabilities face every day in places where we work, play, visit, and learn. And then we also need to make the commitment to actively work to remove those barriers. And I say this, if you're going to fight for disability rights, don't do it as an afterthought. Don't do it as a courtesy. Don't do it to be nice. Because you know what? Quite frankly, it's kind of patronizing. Do it because it's the right thing to do. Do it, make space accessible because it's good for the entire community. And of course, it's actually been the law for 35 years now. So I do ask for your help. I ask for your commitment. You know, we're 35 years after the signing of the ADA, and it was passed. It was a bipartisan bill. Vast majority of Congress signed on to it, and somehow 35 years later, we're facing our greatest challenges to our rights. Over the last few months, we've witnessed a slashing of Social Security disability insurance. We've seen I love this, the rollback of the rights of airline passengers with wheelchairs, right? They've actually rolled those rules back. We've seen a systemic dismantling of the Department of Education, which will disproportionately impact students with disabilities. And all of these things have happened under a president who, as a candidate, openly mocked on national television a Pulitzer Prize-winning New York Times journalist, literally making fun of him because how he moved and how he asked questions. There's a man with a disability. And Serge Kovaleski is his name, and I want everyone to remember that because I think it was a milestone in where we are in this country. It was a milestone to show how much we had regressed when a president of the United States is going to mock people with disabilities on television like that. It was a milestone that we had actually gone back to before the days of the ADA. We'd gone back to before the Capitol crawl, which somebody mentioned here earlier. We'd gone back to before the human and civil rights of people with disabilities were truly codified in the law. So, I ask you to recommit. I ask you to fight any dilution or elimination of disability rights on the national level, but I also ask you to fight locally. City of West Hollywood, City of Los Angeles, the other 86 cities in this county, we all need to stay strong in our own commitment to access and inclusion. In our public rights of way, in our communications, in our transportation, in our schools, in our businesses, in our public housing. It is our obligation to do so everywhere. And we can't blame the national government when it's not getting done. So I will close this. I know I'm talking long, sorry. This night, I'm also very emotional about tonight. I've been doing this work my whole career, but I've kind of come full circle. I started my career in advocacy literally 30 years ago, 1995, in a little place up the road called Project Angel Food. You might have heard of it. It was founded in West Hollywood. Did a lot of work in LA, AIDS Project Los Angeles. I spent 20 years working for 4 mayors of the city of Los Angeles. But I come to you tonight also as an executive board member of the Foundation for the AIDS Monument. And with the city of West Hollywood in just a few weeks, right outside these doors, that monument will be unveiled. And that monument is a monument to remembering our stories, to educating others and never giving up in the fight. And I can only hope and pray that those are the kind of themes that will be associated with my career for a legacy. So I say thank you, City of West Hollywood, especially the Disability Advisory Board, not only for this recognition, but for all the work that you have done for activism, for inclusion, and for community. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's give another round of applause to Stephen David Simon, winner of the Lovely Bride and Differently Able Award. Now let's also welcome back to the podium Mayor Chelsea Byers.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Board Member Watts. I think you come up with me. We're doing this together, Rick. That's right. Well, let's give one more round of applause for Stephen. Watching this room be moved by your words tonight, I think, is a real testament to just who you are and what you bring to this role, and that you've done it for so long and continue to serve is just so tremendous. We're so grateful for you. And you did mention the AIDS Monument that will open November 16th, 4 p.m. right outside. We welcome you all to come be a part of this next piece of your legacy that you're leaving here in the city. We appreciate you so much. So Rick, where'd you go? Come back. Okay, great. I am here with you once more because this evening we are also deeply honored to recognize the late Adrienne Omansky, a woman whose vision, creativity, and compassion profoundly impacted countless individuals within the disability community. And to hear and see so many of you out here tonight moved by her legacy is deeply meaningful. We thank you for joining us. Adrienne dedicated her life to empowering others, fostering inclusion, and using education as a tool for change. Her legacy continues to shine brightly through the lives of those she touched and the awareness she inspired.
Thank you, Mayor. As an educator with the Los Angeles Unified School District, Adrienne saw potential where others did not. She recognized the unique talents and strengths of older adults and adults with disabilities, and she transformed that belief into lasting action. She founded an acting troupe made up of her students whose mission was to write and perform original skits that educated the public about scams targeting people with disabilities and older adults. When the adult education program ended, Adrian refused to let their voices fade. She became their leader and manager, ensuring the troupe continued performing across Los Angeles County at libraries, senior centers, schools, and community events. Her performances were not only entertaining, but also deeply impactful, empowering audiences and promoting safety and awareness throughout the region. Adrian's work was widely recognized. She received numerous awards from the city of Los Angeles and was even honored nationally in Washington, D.C. Her troupe performed right here at the West Hollywood Library and participated in our disabilities resource fairs, leaving a lasting mark on our community. Although Adrian Olmansky passed away on November 27th, 2024, her legacy of creativity, advocacy, and empowerment continues to live on. It is our great privilege to present Adrian Olmansky posthumously with the 2025 Disability Service Award for her extraordinary leadership, advocacy, and dedication. This evening, we are honored to invite Adrian's husband to accept this award on her behalf and in loving memory of her remarkable contributions to the disability community.
On behalf of all of our family, I want to thank everyone for this very, very special honor and recognition. Adrian, as you've heard, spent 38 years with the LA Unified School District, specifically in the programs for older adults and adults with disabilities. This was a passion of hers that even after she retired in 2015, she continued what she had begun just a few years earlier with the Stop Senior Scams Acting Program. Again, a program that was geared to older adults and, of course, adults with disabilities. But it had an effect not just on the adult community, it had an effect on the entire families that were impacted by some of the scams and predatory types of things that were and are out there to this day. As I said, it was a passion for Adrian that she did not because it was a job, not because it was something to occupy her time. It was something that she truly felt in her heart and was natural to her. She was committed to this actually long before she even herself became disabled. She was doing this, frankly, through her entire adult life. So it is with great honor and gratitude that I accept this on her behalf. Thank you.
Yeah, you have to have her speak now.
We're about to have the announcement of our next award.
Yeah, hold on.
Annie Samako and Chairman Green are on their way to the podium.
I'm sorry for the delay, but I'm usually late to everything anyways. This evening, we are proud to recognize the Vance North Necessities of Life program, otherwise known as NOLP, at APLA Health with the 2025 Disability Service Award for a nonprofit organization, honoring their incredible commitment to providing food security, dignity, and care to the residents across Los Angeles and the right here in West Hollywood. For years, NOLP has been a lifeline for individuals and family experience food insecurity, especially for people with disabilities, older adults, and those living with health challenges. The work reflects the very best of a community partnership. Okay, I'm kind of lost here. Compassion and service in action. And this organization is, as you all know, with the way the news is going, is probably the most important organization that we have right now.
Good evening. My name is Joe Green, and I'm actually a client of NOLP. The Vance Necessities of Life program, as Annie mentioned, NOLP at APLA Health has long operated a large food bank at APLA in Koreatown and other locations, where volunteers prepare several bags filled with essentials like eggs, milk, bread, meat, produce, and fruit, ensuring access to healthy, nourishing food for those who need it. Last year, NOLP extended that same spirit of service to West Hollywood, establishing a Saturday food bank right here in our city. This local effort went even further by providing recipients not only with groceries, but a $100 gift card to help with additional food. Unfortunately, that isn't the case anymore. But it did give us community members both support and flexibility in meeting our additional nutritional needs. Though the West Hollywood location is no longer active, it played an important role in supporting residents facing food insecurity and made a lasting difference in the lives of those who served it. Its impact continues to resonate, and we hope that one day this meaningful service might find its way back home to West Hollywood. Through every chapter of their work, the Vance Necessities of Life program has demonstrated extraordinary dedication to equity, accessibility, and compassion. And on a personal note, their staff are super cool. Their service ensures that our most vulnerable community members are seen, supported, and nourished, both physically and emotionally. It is our great privilege to present the 2025 Disability Service Award for a nonprofit to the Vance Necessities of Life program for their unwavering dedication, fighting food insecurity, and uplifting the people with disabilities and older adults, including many of us who live here in West Hollywood. We now invite Jeff Bailey.
There's a good thing taller than I usually get something from the Senate and from the and then I noticed some words on here. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Jeff Bailey. I'm the Senior Director of HIV Access at APLA Health. Thank you so much to the City of West Hollywood as well as to the Advisory Board. I've worked with many of you for many years. In fact, I've worked with the City of West Hollywood for a very long time. Congratulations also to Stephen. Stephen and I have been colleagues since his days at APLA Health as well. I think I've been working in this field for about 35 years now. And the City of West Hollywood has consistently been an integral part of our service delivery. Just a little history on NOLP. We started over 40 years ago as a food voucher program. We later extended ourselves to a supplemental food program where we provided 51% of a person's nutritional needs. And coincidentally, with COVID, we went to 100%. So a client who comes in is a person living with HIV, living at or below 200% of the poverty level. They may shop 1 day a week, 52 weeks of the year. They get the equivalent now of about 5 bags of groceries, and it equates to 100% of their nutritional value for that particular week. In addition to the clients that we serve that present with various disabilities, I think it's also important to acknowledge that at our food warehouse in North Hollywood, where we have all the bags prepared for our various sites, there are 2 schools that come to us that are comprised of adults with cognitive disabilities. And they are the ones who bag our groceries every single week. We provide over 200,000 bags of groceries every year, which equates to 1.2 million meals a year that we're providing through our food bank room. So, yes. When we opened our Michael Gottlieb Clinic recently, we felt that that would be an excellent location to expand our services. Unfortunately, with recent budget cuts to HIV, particularly that hit the County of Los Angeles, we have had to temporarily remove that site. But we certainly hope to be back again because our medical facility is not leaving here in West Hollywood. It's a great site. And if you're not familiar with Dr. Gottlieb, he was one of our physicians, and he actually was the person who co-found, I shouldn't say co-found, but was one of the discoverers of HIV in the early 80s. So I just want to thank you all so much. This is amazing. It's an incredible honor to the clients we serve, to the incredible staff that work every day in and day out in delivering groceries to our clients, as well as to the nutrition workshops, but also to the hundreds of volunteers that we would not be able to run this program without them. So thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Now, to help honor our next awardee, I'd like to call Council Member Danny Hang down to the podium.
Thank you, Chair. This year's media award goes to WeHo Online. WeHo, give it a round of applause. WeHo Online continues to serve as an essential media outlet, helping to keep our community informed, engaged, and connected. It plays a vital role in sharing important information with community members who are living with disabilities, providing access to stories, updates, and resources that are truly making a difference in people's daily lives. Beyond being a source of information, WeHo Online has become a trusted space where people can share their ideas, experiences, perspectives, and feel safe doing so. It fosters dialogue, amplifies diverse voices, and helps ensure that every member of our community feels seen and heard. Through its thoughtful coverage of city events, local businesses, and community projects, WeHo Online reflects a spirit of inclusion that defines West Hollywood. It works to help people with disabilities stay informed, not only about city programs and initiatives, but also about the broader community that they help shape every day.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you so much. I can't be prouder to have this award accepted by Larry Block on behalf of WeHo Online. It's been an institution for a long time in West Hollywood. I speak to people on the city staff who tell me they read it every day. it's so important. I have some other special connections with WeHo Online and Larry Block. We both share severe eye impairment. Larry has been the chair, has been the chairman of the Disability Advisory Board. He helped forward the notion of our annual health fair. He's been so important in many aspects of caring for people with disabilities, but particularly tonight we are honoring WeHo Online and all of the other many activities Larry does for the city. He owns a beautiful store, the largest retail outlet in the city of West Hollywood. He's a man who wears many hats, but especially tonight for the in-depth coverage of what's going on in West Hollywood. We honor WeHo Online and Larry Block. Please come down and give us a few words about that. Photo op? Photo op. Here, you hold it. It's your award. No. Yeah. Like stair steps.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Does anybody want this? I still get nervous in front of people talking. Well, first, thank you to the entire Disability Board. Thank you to the entire Disability Board. Everything here is so heartwarming, and congratulations to all the other nominees and recipients. For me, I'm glad I wrote notes because I would forget everything. It's an honor to be here and go full circle. Just 12 years ago, I served as the chair of this board and nominated Hank Scott on behalf of this publication for his work. And last year, Brandon Garcia won this award for his work on this publication. And it is incredible to be recognized again for being a community platform that aims to serve the public good and a platform that aims to lift the voices of those with disabilities. This is long. I'm so proud of the work we all did together. When I was nominated by John D'Amico in 2012 and named chair in 2013, there was no budget for this board and there was no disability health fair. Together, we asked and received a budget, created a banner program, and the disability health fair. And it could not have been successful without the help of board member Louise Smith. Her work has continued for a dozen years advocating for persons with disabilities, and she's not here tonight, but let's give Louise Smith a hand. I see some old timers still on the board after all these years. And Yola, Rick, still serving, and it's really your work that should be honored. Rick is always the Good Samaritan, running to anybody who needs a hand up. And so all of you, thank you for your service. Years ago, I drove Yola to a Christmas mass. Her apartment had like 20 steps going up, and she had to park her wheelchair, her rocker, down at the bottom of the steps. And in 2015, I pitched an idea to rent stabilization for a senior or disabled person to have a right to move from a first floor unit from a second or third floor. The story planted on our pages took root. And in 2020, Councilmember Seppi Shine called after she was elected to say that she was going to move this item forward. Councilmember Erickson and Shine moved this item at the city level, and Assemblymember Rick Zuber carried it through the state Senate, and last year, Governor Newsom signed AB 1620 into law. This year, Yola was the first person in the city to utilize this new right. And I just wanted to use this opportunity to thank you for inviting me to your house. It was a proud day. And to thank Councilmember Erickson, Assemblymember Rick Zuber, and former Councilmember Seppi Shine, and former Director of Human Services Elizabeth Savage, because it was all their work that made a little idea come true that took root in our city and on the pages of WeHo Online. It's not easy living with a disability. When you wake up and the doctor tells you there's nothing they can do, and when you pick up your head and you go forward. As a kid, I wore these big bottleneck glasses, and then contacts became the norm. But then I had a detached retina like Lauren in my right eye, and later another detached retina in my left eye would leave me blind. I kept going. I opened a store. My life became about West Hollywood. There was a little plaque I keep on my kitchen counter. It says, "What would you attempt to do if you knew you could not fail?" And every time I wondered about a blind guy with a publication and taking on a challenge, that saying guided me. It helped me focus on my abilities. It was this board and the fight for persons with disabilities that drove me forward and helped me focus on what I can do and not be afraid to fail. And then one day, 20 years later, a doctor could tell you that they could help you. And for me, that meant a lens implant this past June, and I could see all of you. So you gotta keep hope alive. You gotta believe. And after the final procedure on my right eye, I asked the doctor, can they do anything on my dead optic nerve in my left eye? And Dr. Fram said, "You're young. Maybe in a decade, we'll be able to pass the nerve and send the signal directly to the brain. And technology gives hope, and we can never give up hope. And if there's a person out there who can benefit from the same treatment I had, please call me. I'd love to help you get a lens." Anyway, the work on the DAB and the goals of ensuring equal access continue. We will continue to tell that story. Access for people with disabilities at Pride, access for those with disabilities at Halloween, access to good jobs, a better split of the city social services budget. People with disabilities are the foundation of this city. In the last writing this in right now, but in the last city council election, it wasn't the planning commission and it wasn't the human service commission, it was the disability commission that came in number 2 and 3. So people in this city care about people with disabilities. And that work needs to stretch to a safe Fountain Avenue and equal access to our sidewalks. It's a battle often told in real life stories by you on our pages of WeHo Online. Anyway, finally, I just want to thank all the allies, the friends, the helpers, the caretakers, and all of you who show up to every meeting to support those with disabilities. I see many of you here tonight, and this honor is shared with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Larry. I'm going to be calling you about your doctor.
Before we wrap up, we do have one public comment from last year's Lovedy Bryden Award nominee, or award honoree, Mikey Friedman.
Good evening. Thank you Thank you all. I feel a little strange now because I'm gonna talk about Adrienne Omansky, and it's kind of out of turn. And Rick and our mayor did a great job of telling you all of her wonderful achievements and all of the wonderful things she did for people with disabilities and older adults. So I'm gonna tell you about what she did with me. I met Adrienne Omansky 31 years ago in a parking lot. It wasn't by accident, it was fate. You see, I had just lost my arm and I needed to see a new doctor, but I had pulled into the wrong lot. If I hadn't, our paths probably never would have crossed. As I parked, I saw a one-armed woman getting into her car, and I ran over to talk to her, and she told me she taught a class in commercial acting to seniors and people with disabilities. It gave them a chance to live life and a second chance. Many of them got acting jobs because of her class, and so she invited me to come watch, and I thought, why not? Before I lost my arm, I attended bar, but now I had no idea what I was gonna do. Meeting Adrienne changed all of that. As I sat in her class, I realized, hey, I could do this. I could teach. Adrienne Omansky shepherded me through a year-long process of getting my teaching credential. And then she went to her principal and she said, hire her or else. That threat enabled me to teach for 17 years. And Rick has told you what she did with Stop Senior Scam Acting program and how all of her wonderful work with her volunteers who took buses all over LA, helping people, alerting people to the different scams. But because of their work, many potential victims didn't get scammed. Anyway, we used to joke that we were Siamese twins who were separated at birth. But we were so much more than just fellow amputees. We were truly best friends. We enjoyed each other's company. We loved going to Cantor's for corned beef sandwiches. I miss her so terribly. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for awarding this honor to my soul sister, Adrienne Omansky, because it's an honor she truly deserves. Thank you very much.
One more thing. So that wraps up the awards section of our agenda. Let's give one more huge round of applause to all the honorees for their extended service.
We have some new business to deal with tonight. It's an honor and privilege that a member of the Disability Advisory Board gets invited to Sacramento, to the state legislature. Another trip of in this program is coming up this February, and we need to make a selection of someone on the board to make that trip this year. And we're on target, right? I don't hear any objections from the board. Would anyone like to make a nomination?
Yes, Chair, I would like to nominate our chair to represent us in Sacramento, and I would like to nominate Board Member Green to be the alternate.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are there any additional nominations from the board? Okay, we'll take a roll call vote. Roll call vote.
Board Member DeRay?
Aye.
Board Member Green? Aye. Board Member Simanko?
Aye.
Board Member Watts?
Aye.
Vice Chair Leatham?
Aye.
And Chair Nash?
Aye.
The motion passes.
Now, we move on to what, Seth?
There are no items on the excluded consent. We are moving into our second portion of the public comment period, and I believe we have one speaker, Karen Ayers.
Good evening, board members. I'm Karen Ayers. I'm the liaison to your board from the Human Services Commission. And congratulations on a wonderful event. I so appreciate the hard work you do every year and putting together this event and raising awareness about disabilities and the champions we have in our own community who fight every year for disabilities rights and accessibility to services. It's such important work that you do, and I thank you for that. And you do it every year. And it's just fantastic. The other thing I really am grateful about is on the Human Services Commission, every 3 years, we have our input to the city on which social service contract should move forward, and this board has been invaluable with their input because they represent to many the community who use these very services. So the work they do is just invaluable to us. I'm going to put on my other hat now. For the last 5 years, I've been working as administrative assistant for the Foundation for the AIDS Monument, and I really want to encourage you all to come out to the grand opening ceremony for the AIDS Monument, which is going to be on Sunday, November 16th. Many people in this community and nationwide had a fight back in the 80s to make sure that the ADA covered people with AIDS and HIV. And that fight really remains today with funding cuts towards AIDS awareness, HIV awareness, and all kinds of funding streams, including research. It's a very scary time, and coming together to open this monument kind of, it's a way to stand up. So please go to WehoTV.org, look under the events, RSVP. I hope to see you there. Thank you.
We have one more public comment. Helen Henson.
Hello, everyone. I come before you because of David Nash. I just thank God for all of you. David, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I saw you in a meeting. We were somewhere just the other day. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Helen.
That concludes the public comment portion of the night. We will move to the board member comments, and we just want to provide some context that the board reached a consensus to highlight current city-funded programs that support individuals living with disability, helping them age in place, live independently, and access resources they need to thrive. So we hope this information will both inform and inspire the community at large. And board members, take it away.
Who goes first?
Board Member Doré.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight, I want to speak to you about an agency that is very near and dear to my heart. JFS Comprehensive Service Center was there for me when I first got diagnosed with cancer. Had they not been there with their case management team and other folks, I don't know what I would have done. They were there for the whole journey, and they still are. They have vital life lifeline support there, supporting people, giving them dignity and connection, people that are older adults from age 55 and up, but also younger adults with disabilities, ages 18. And they have so much more than social services because they provide people a pathway to independence. They give residents living with disabilities personalized case management, counseling, homemaker support, and more. They also, their other agencies that work with them provide congregate meals, and then they're right there at the Comprehensive Service Center so that people will not feel isolated, so they could come meet new people. And they do this every day of the week. And if the person can't afford those meals, JFS provides them anyway. They also, on Tuesday, have the SOVA food pantry visiting. And SOVA got its start many years ago to help persons that were homeless and persons with disabilities. Today, they provide food for everyone that needs it at no charge. They have a diverse operation there every Tuesday, okay? And you can go between 10 or 12 noon in the day, and should you need food and be experiencing food insecurities, they're there for you. So please remember, JFS Comprehensive Service Center, they serve everyone that needs, or they can refer you. They're very good at that. Don't forget it, and don't forget if you're hungry, don't give up, don't be hungry. You go there and you get something good to eat. Thank you.
Board Member Green, you're next.
Hello again. In West Hollywood, community care means ensuring that people living with disabilities have access to health, wellness, and support services that they need to live independently and with dignity. APLA Health is a trusted partner in that mission, providing compassionate, accessible care through the Michael Gottlieb Health Center. Their team offers primary and mental health services, pharmacy support, case management, rental assistance, and the Aging in Place program, all designed to help residents with disabilities maintain stability, stay connected, and thrive in their daily lives. Being Alive extends that same spirit of inclusion and empowerment by supporting people through living with HIV and other disabling health conditions. Through counseling, wellness services, and peer-led programs, Being Alive creates a safe and supportive environment where people and individuals can care for their physical and emotional well-being, build community, and live with greater confidence and independence. Together, APLA Health and Being Alive ensure that people with disabilities in West Hollywood have access to the care, connection, and respect they deserve, strengthening our city's commitment to wellness, inclusion, and equity for all. To learn more about these programs and other local services, visit weho.org/human services, or contact the city's Human Services Division for assistance at 323-848-6510. I've been a client of Being Alive's for over 20 years. They are an amazing organization. The things that they do really do change your lives. And the same as we've heard about NOLP with regards to being our APLA with regards to NOLP. Both programs are amazing, and the City of West Hollywood supports them, and we are grateful. Next.
Board Member Simonko.
It's me?
Board Member, yes. Board Member Simonko.
In West Hollywood, opportunity, connection, and emotional well-being are key to thriving in this inclusive community. And the three programs that help make this possible. The JVS SoCal WeHo Works program helps West Hollywood community members build brighter, more secure futures through employment and career development. By offering job training, placement, and skill building opportunities, JVS empowers individuals, including those re-entering the workforce and seeking new careers, to gain confidence and achieve financial independence and strengthen their connection to our community. Supporting the same spirit of empowerment, the Los Angeles LGBT Center's Senior Services Program celebrates aging with pride. Through compassionate case management, benefit support, nutritious meals, and a meaningful social connection, this program uplifts LGBTQ+ older adults and helps ensure that everyone, regardless of age, ability, or background, can age with dignity, respect, and belonging. Complementing these efforts, the Maple Counseling Center provides accessible, high-quality mental health services to all community members. Through individual and group counseling, crisis support, and wellness programs, Maple Counseling fosters emotional resilience and connection, ensuring that every person in West Hollywood has access to the care and compassion they need to live a balanced, healthy life. Together, JVS SoCal, the LAGBT, to live a balanced and healthy life. Together, JVS SoCal, the LAGBT Center, and Maple Counseling help create a community where opportunity, inclusion, and well-being thrive at every stage of life. To learn more about these programs and other local services, please visit weho.org/human services or contact the city's Human Services Division for assistance at 323-848-6510. Thank you.
Thank you, Annie. Now, Rick Watts, please.
Thank you, Chair. Access to justice is essential, especially for older adults and people living with disabilities who may face unique challenges with housing and tenant rights here in West Hollywood. Betzedic Legal Services provides free legal assistance through its West Hollywood eviction defense program, helping residents addressing housing concerns, prevent evictions, and understand their legal rights. Their work ensures that every community member has access to fair treatment and housing stability. The Coalition for Economic Survival, or CES, focuses on tenant education and advocacy, empowering renters to understand their rights, navigate rent-stabilized housing, and take action when facing unfair or unsafe conditions. The National Council of Jewish Women, known as NCJW, complements these efforts by providing vital rental assistance and advocacy for residents at risk of losing their homes. Their support helps individuals and families, including those with disabilities, maintain stability and security during times of financial hardship. Together, BetZedek, CES, and NCJW play a vital role in protecting the housing rights and well-being of West Hollywood's residents, offering guidance, advocacy, and support when it's needed most. To learn more about these programs and other services, visit weho.org/human services and contact the city's Human Services Division for assistance at 323-848-6500. 6510, excuse me. If I may digress here for a moment with a little indulgence from my colleagues and from you all, I want to note that Disabilities Awareness Month is about more than the needs of persons with disabilities, of which virtually all of us will eventually have experience, either with a permanent disability or temporary in greater or lesser degree. Certainly we all know such persons, as Councilmember Meister found out the other night. But Disabilities Awareness Month is not just about that. It's also about raising awareness of what persons with disabilities can do for our communities, for our fellow community members, and for a society writ large. Christopher Reeve, who played Superman in a movie many years ago, after he suffered a broken neck in a fall from a horse, addressed the Democratic National Convention many years ago, I believe it was 1988, and he noted, this was when the term family values was being bandied about, and he said, there's a lot to be being said these days about family values. And he noted that there's a lot of been misuse of that term. But he also noted that, he said, I think that what family values really means is that we are all family, and we all have value. Now, what persons with disabilities are capable of is pretty much unlimited if we are given a little help. I want to remind you, there was a man several decades ago who he had polio. This is back in the 1920s, and back when polio was not, it was really kind of hidden, and persons with disabilities were kind of frowned on or considered to be not capable of contributing back, really more objects of pity. Now, this man had a lot of opportunities. He came from a wealthy family, and with a lot of help, he went on to become president of the United States, and he helped this country rise from its knees early in the Great Depression and get through the Great Depression and survive World War II. Franklin Delano Roosevelt was such a person. Now, he never walked a day in his life except without heavy metal braces, but for that. I just think that's something that we should all bear in mind, that we all have value, and we are all family. Thank you.
Thank you, Rick. Now we have comments from our Vice Chair, Mr. Leatham.
Thank you, Chair. So access to healthy food is more than just about nutrition. It's about dignity, it's about care, and it's about community. Here in West Hollywood, Project Angel Food delivers medically tailored meals to people living with HIV/AIDS, with disabilities, or other serious health conditions, offering nourishment, comfort, and compassion to those healing at home. Each meal supports health and independence, helping residents maintain strength, stability, and connection when they need it most. Seeds of Hope complements that mission by bringing fresh produce and healthy groceries directly to community members. Through improved food access and nutrition education, Seeds of Hope helps community members, including those with disabilities or limited mobility, to enjoy better health and greater food security. World Harvest further expands that commitment by providing free groceries to individuals and families experiencing food insecurity. Through their grocery warehouse, World Harvest ensures that all community members, especially those with disabilities or financial challenges, have access to fresh, nutritious food while reducing waste and strengthening community well-being. Together, Project Angel Food, Seeds of Hope, and World Harvest nourish both body and spirit, strengthening West Hollywood's foundation of wellness, inclusion, and compassion for all. Thank you.
I'll try and be brief. As you may have noticed, I'm not one for sticking to scripts. I admire the people that have carefully read what was presented for them, but I need to speak from the heart. And before I comment about two agencies that are so vital to this community, I first want to thank our staff, who this evening would not be possible without, who help us every meeting. They're so helpful. Thank you, staff. Next, I want to say that I reached out to the office of Stephen David Simon about 10 years ago, and a representative of his turned me on to Disability Community Resource Center. He said, you must contact them for help. I did, and I've been grateful ever since. I've known them to provide Google Home assistance to their clientele. I've known them to help people with door access, with supportive, what do we call them? The grab bars, with vocally animated, what's the word? The controls the temperature for your house, climate control, whether they're hot or cold. Yes, the thermostat, thank you. They do so many things. They're not located directly here in West Hollywood, but they have a representative come to this building every 2 weeks, and they are accessible. You can reach them by phone at any time. They have help with in-home supportive services, with assistive technology, and they don't just walk the walk. They hire disabled people to work at their headquarters, and I greatly appreciate Disability Community Service Center for so many things that they do. Let's thank them. And lastly, I'd like to thank Francisco Gomez and Christy Hendricks, who are key players in Ambience Transportation. Ambience Transportation came to be after a well-intended transportation program needed revision. And under Francisco's leadership, this turned into a remarkable service for people in West Hollywood. You can call them 24/7. They'll book rides in advance. If you need medical transportation, they'll provide that for you. If you should run through your minutes and need special help with a doctor's appointment, they have a great relationship from city staff, and they can help you work that out. And Michelle, aren't you the representative? Yes?
That's me.
Yes, thank you, Michelle. Ambience Transportation. If you're a senior or a person with disability, they will get you where you need to go. And I so appreciate the work that it took to create that connection. And I encourage anyone who has transportation issues to get in touch with Ambience Transportation. Thank you so much. I understand we have no items from staff.
We do, just one item, actually. So on behalf of the City of West Hollywood and staff, I want to take a moment to really thank the board. Your dedication, time, and thoughtful guidance play such a really important role in the success of the programs and the well-being of the community. So your work, the work you do as board members, often happens behind the scenes, but it makes a tremendous impact, shaping policy, uplifting our partners, and ensuring that our most vulnerable community members are supported with compassion and care. Your leadership, insights, and collaboration continue to move our initiatives forward in meaningful and lasting ways. We deeply appreciate your ongoing commitment, and we truly are grateful for the time and energy you've dedicated to this work. Thank you for being such an integral part of our team and for your continued service to the West Hollywood community. We thank you on behalf of staff.
Thank you. I thank the entire staff of the City of West Hollywood. I'm grateful we have a Disability Advisory Board. I think now is the time in the evening that we've been waiting for, where it's time to adjourn the meeting. Do I have a motion to
Motion to
adjourn?
adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Oh, it's seconded. Does that mean I can go right ahead and we can move on with more fun as we get to socialize with all of you? This meeting, the 27th Annual Disability Advisory Board Meeting Awards Night, is now dismissed. It's over. Thank you.
Thank you.
And align and affirm our community values.